Yes on yes on yes on yes.
Hey guys, happy day 26. Right off the bat this morning, I went ahead and just meal prepped a bunch of the veggies that I got the previous night, and I'm storing them all in this big ass container just because I think that it's way easier to just pull out the big container and just to pick out the vegetables that I want for my meals instead of storing all these bunch of little containers in the fridge. So this is my first time doing it, and I really like that hack. And so I just cut up some onions, some cucumbers, some peppers, some romaine lettuce, as well as some tomatoes.
Oh, baby. You're a healthy puppy, huh?
So this is what the finished container looked like with all the veggies in it, and I absolutely love this hack. Definitely recommend to anyone who likes to incorporate more veggies into their meals, because this definitely helps to ensure that you do, because it's literally all prepped for you and just all in one container, and just pull it out and just put it in whatever meal that you want. So for my first meal, I actually wanted to have something savory, not something so breakfasty, so I opted for a burrito. I use these Mission carb balanced tortillas with only 5 grams of carbs, and they're whole wheat. I believe they also have carb balanced flour tortillas, but I just prefer the whole wheat ones. And then I just made my ground beef with some onions. Usually when I make my ground beef, I like to add the seasonings when it's like 75% cooked, not when it's like all red, just because I feel like I can taste the seasonings better. So I put some garlic salt, garlic powder, as well as some pepper. And then I just assembled my burrito as you would usually for a burrito. I heated up my tortilla for like 20 seconds in the microwave just to soften it up, and then incorporated the veggies that I wanted. I love this, super easy. I put a little piece of paper towel in it just to kind of soak up any moisture that's excess with it, and I just find that it helps it to last longer. And then I put my measured amount of meat. I really enjoy weighing my foods. I don't measure everything on the scale, but I do measure the main parts of my meal. Like, I don't really measure the veggies and stuff like that, but like for meats and stuff I do. I find that it's super easy for me to undereat or even overeat when I don't measure. And for someone like me who has had trouble really grasping portion control just from a young age of not really being shown to understand what portion control is, I find it super helpful to finally be able to measure my food without having a negative association to it. So it's been really, really helpful. And then, of course, I put cheese on that bitch and rolled it up, and it was super good. I cut it in half. It was a perfect burrito. And then I put a little bit of lettuce, and then I put a little bit of that Greek yogurt from Chobani. That's my favorite one to use for a sour cream substitute. And I just really, as you know in previous videos, I really don't taste the difference between sour cream and using Greek yogurt, especially if you put pepper on it, to kind of trick your mind that it's not a yogurt. And it really helps me out, and it helps me get that little bit of extra protein in there too. And then I had a serving of brown rice as well on the side, and this was a super great first meal. And I drank 2 of these big jugs today, so that was a full gallon. I'm feeling really proud because I definitely haven't been drinking a gallon, and I'm going to start showing my water because I feel like if I don't, then you guys know that I'm slacking on it. So I'm going to start showing my water every single day on here. And then I also just had this ginger ale kombucha. It's my favorite one, and I just had that while I was doing some work on the computer. Then later on, when I was working, I felt a little snacky, so I picked up a bunch of these little seaweed snack chip things from Wise. I wanted something low calorie that whenever I felt like super snacky, I could just like munch on it, and this was the perfect thing. Definitely recommend if you enjoy seaweed. And then later on that day, I had a slice of pizza just because I know that I don't want to completely shock my body from when I did binge a couple days ago to now. I don't want to completely cut off all carbs right away just because I don't want to end up binging again. So I find that going slowly into it and still eating some of the foods that I did eat on that day has helped. But then today's workout was the active recovery, so I just did 45 minutes on my tread climber. And then for dinner, I had this really beautiful salad. I massaged it with olive oil and put a bunch of veggies and some cut up chicken nuggets because that's the chicken I had. And then I had some raspberries for a little sweet treat before bed. And yeah, that was everything I ate today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and have enjoying this series, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 27.